4 in multiple elites last year. They won an elite at the end of the year. So, like, they have worked their way through challengers on the European side. Now, will that pay off here? We'll see. But yeah, we're just not sure what to expect.
I just got to feel that pressure. It's like, you know, you're moving across the world. You know, all the stuff that's got to go into that, and now the pressure of just kind of getting a spot in the league and trying to perform against the best teams in the world. We'll see. Can they brush all that off? Maybe Clay's the guy to help. I mean, he's seen and kind of faced it all. Maybe he can get them in the right mindset, but we'll get right into the hard point. Kicks will be the one set up, trying to get shots in. There with the boom. He's able to get a kill, and well, so far so good. Racking up the time, finding the kills outer, trades are on point. Go look at nice little lead. Really some great time here in P1.
No, I mean, absolutely is. Yeah, 20 seconds. Chase just staying alive, playing his life. He has Roxas looking over him. Finally, some contests out of Vivid, but he gets taken down. Slasher is able to find a double. He's on 3 in a row. He's just going to stay down, try to contest, but with 10 seconds left, it's all about this gunfight maybe right here between Gwyn and Kix for spawns for P2. He actually gets all the way through behind Gwyn. Gwyn is able to find one. It's just when his Kix go, and there we go. There is that kill, and he gets this spawn. Exit spawns up, and now you're in a great spot here if you are Falcons for P2.
Great job. Fundy's on point so far. How much can you push this lead out? You know, it's kind of nice you get a matchup like this, I got to think, too, if you're Falcons. Like, you come in, you play a Carolina Royal Ravens team, which I don't think we have up in, like, you know, your S tier, your top tier. Maybe some improvements, but you get in one, you're not facing, like, you know, Thieves, nothing to face right at the gate.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, this is still should be a very good team for Carolina. I mean, Gwyn and TJ returning, and then Vivid in a permanent AR role, which we haven't seen in the CDL. Yeah, I mean, he plays with such pace. If he can do that with an AR, and we've seen him at times, even, you know, the last couple of times we saw him in the CDL, always kind of want to pull out an AR, like he would do it on some hills.
Yeah.
So maybe he just felt like this was time for me, and then Slasher returning.
Well, he's a guy for you. He's always like, you know, like top 3 in engagements, typically like in the league. Like, he plays with absolute pace. Well, how will that change with an AR in hand? It's going to be exciting to see and what kind of this new duo will do on this Ravens team. But despite the fact that you get a pretty good start through P1 and P2 for Falcons, there's a lead there for a moment for Ravens. Now a chance to answer back to your Falcons, but Exton's going to be the only one up. Kix at least finds one before he drops. TJ now back into the point, trying to dip, dance, and dive here at Bar. Still all the time going their way. Rox is looking for an angle, looks right, gets peeked left. It's 2 straight there from Vivid.
And you're holding strong yet. Yeah, we saw this in our first match. They're not trying to flip the spawns quite yet. When are they going to go on forward? Maybe it's behind that. TJ and Slasher, nice little teamwork there between that double, and there are the spawn flips with 20 seconds left. So great timing from Carolina at this P3. They soak up a ton of the hill time. Now they have spawns for P4.
And sometimes when we talk about teams coming in that play in different regions, think of like EU, APAC in the past, like, there's not that much you can do that's really different like Hardpoint or Control, right? It's going to be like Search you're looking at probably within this series where maybe you can catch them a bit if you don't have reps against a team like this or a play style like this.
I mean, like, I just think back to old champs. You know, when we would play an Australian team, a European team, we have no idea about.
Mind Freak, your Tainted Minds, whatever they were back in the day.
T1
Daughters.
You don't know players' tendencies, right? Like, Slasher's been competing for 10 plus years. He knows everyone's tendencies in North America. In Search and Destroy, they're not going to really have a clue of what this player likes to do.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the map too. But with a good start from Falcons, it's been a nice rally here from Ravens. Gwyn leading the way, Rookie of the Year last year, up to 12 and 8. TJ, though, coming off his most consistent year, since P04? We're going back. Like, he had been kind of up and down, but last year really put together a great body of work, despite the fact he didn't get the team results.
Yeah, I mean, him and Gwyn, they were a very strong duo. They just could not qualify for champs. Just had a lot of opportunities potentially to get there. But Gwyn right back to it. Rookie of the Year, 15 and 8, double positive on 3 in a row. But as you said, you gave up 40 points between P2 to Falcons after that. Not much, where, I mean, Carolina, they have a very strong lead.
Well, now if you're Falcons, you got to do the same thing here if you're going to get back into this game. Have a nice P1 into P2. See if you can start to clean things up. TJ, though, gets the kill, up the rope, dances out, and then drop. A little bit of a flurry there for Falcons. I mean, really great stuff at P1. P1's been dominant for him.
Yeah, I mean, Kix has a minute 15 already. I think it's a lot of that is here.
Oh, yeah. Kix has been soaking up at P1. As we say that, though, the Simtex will connect and he will drop, but they're really liking their setup there. Nice little snap from Vivid. Hits the shots. Exton will drop. See if TJ Just laying on his bump, trying to get up close and personal, but Kicks will take it down. It'll be Gwen in the same position to pick it up. Nice run there from Falcons. That'll be all 4 clean off the map. You've got spawns here for P2 again, and this looks a lot like the first rotation.
I mean, Kicks 3 in a row. He's 17-9, and yeah, you're in a great spot here for this P2. Until maybe that happens, Gwen's gonna win a gunfight. Well, Abood, he's gonna fall off the map, and now things maybe gonna get messy. You're not earning time. You still have the close spawns. Here comes TJ, gonna be the first man up alongside Vivid to put pressure on this hill.
We're sticking with Kicks for now as he is on 5 straight. Ready for the next gunfight. Snap is in, headshot through. TJ deleted. Reed there for the backstep push. Slasher is able to take out one. Oh, the timing, maybe a bit unfortunate. Kicks just tries to dip him, but he gets the help there. Abood's there to get the kill, and yeah, a really great P1 and P2 again. This time much better P2 though. This has been, what have you got between the P1 and P2? A couple points here? If you're a Ravens, not much at all, as he's still popping off.
Yeah, I mean, and there was got a little bit worried when you know, you saw him fall off the map. Maybe they were gonna mess with their setup, but they got the kills afterwards, and yeah, now they take the lead. Carolina gonna fight for some scrap time. That's gonna allow Exit to already be on the hill for P3. Still starting to go down though, starting to go the way of the Royal Ravens. It's Gwyn getting it on the hill.
Well, as Falcons are up 1, lead change looming for Ravens. Let's hear the comms on the Falcons side as we head to a listening.
انا بحتريكم يسار بحتريكم يسار تعالوا بحتريكم يسار بحتريكم يسار تعالوا
لا بشيل بيون
فمدان مات يلا
واحد قريب عندي صار التايم يقول صار التايم ها اثنين اخذ اثنين اخذ اثنين قول بار اكبسوه ما يمكن اكبسوه
عندي تعال
ما يمكن انا ما يمينك
بلعب جسر اصبر يسار
ما يعبود
ورا العمود
جسر ثاني
انا اشوف الجسر
رحمي كثير رحمي
خش نص
ماتوا باقي سلاشر صار مرة الأخير رجعوا
انا صامي جاكوزي
انا تايم ها
خلاص حمد عليك صار زين
خلي نص جهادي جاكوزي
فوق قاعد تشوفه
واحد عزز لي تايم
انا بعد انا اشوف الستار كم اشوف الستار كله عاد
تايم يا عيال يسار باقي تايم الحالة الأخير راس منهم ما
تكلم انه جاكوزي
باين صار ها
حمري
جايين خلاص باين عليه مستنين
انا شو اسمه
بد اثنين
انا شوف كده انا شوف
واحد شوف يسار انا غادر فيه معك
اخير بد صح فل ناخذها فل
اطلع بي 1 بيجونا اوت
جسر مات بعتريك
زين واحد يخش بي 1 بس خش بي 1
رجع جاك سار غرفه صغيره
ترين جسر
عادي ناخذ وقتنا عادي ناخذ وقتنا
معلم فرقات
Well, the passion and energy absolutely flowing, and you still got a nail biter here on map 1. And so far for your Falcons, you have been competitive. You've had a lead at times. I mean, we were checking out some of the scrims last night, right? Like playing against Thieves, and there were some scorelines where I was worried. But you know, do I expect them to beat the Thieves to face the Optic right away? No. This is going to be a body of work they're going to need to improve. I wondered if they could they battle with a mid-tier to low-tier team. So far, at least this map 1, they're fighting. But they still got work to do if they're going to win this map, because running away with it right now late is Royal Ravens.
Yeah, 100%. Exit there with a nice double, maybe to allow them to get the break, but you have had so much time. I mean, it was what, 178 to 175 or so, and Carolina locking down P1. Vivid able to play his life. He's on 4 in a row. Almost number 5. Dwin's gonna take that one, but you just have aim misses all over the map. And a lot of times this could be what's so difficult, you know, it's those breaks at certain hills. Then have to time your nades. They'll have to be on point, maybe to find the opening. Gwyn with a triple.
Well, finally, a P1 where you get some time if you're Royal Ravens after those first couple. Now you see 20 to close it out if you're Royal Ravens. This is where they need to clean up the P1 to the P2. Shut down what Falcons was doing well. So far, they have done it. This might be the last push on forward. Can they get them out of the point? TJ, next up to bat, able to win the first. Second, his teammate Gwyn picks up. There's one more that gets up. The trade does eventually get through from Vivid, and that should seal it. Map 1. There to Carolina Royal Ravens. You know, Ravens start a bit slow. Falcons come out a bit hot, especially through the P1 and P2. There's kind of cleaning things up as you go if you're Royal Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was just this back and forth battle, right? Where it just felt like, you know, teams were winning a couple of hills in a row, lead change, couple of hills in a row, another lead change. But I think that final P1 where Falcons able to get in that P4, take the lead around 178, 175, but they could not get into that final P1. That was the difference.
No, there was no separation until the end. I mean, it ends up being, what, a 70-point game. Like, it was like a 10 to 20-point lead for either side throughout the most of it. As we take a look through the stats here, I know Kicks got out to a really hot start. Gwyn started hot and kept it going. He ends at 33 and 21, but really a battle until the final couple of hard points.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, great start there for Gwyn. 33 and 21. You know, right back to business.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we were ever worried. Like, typically, for the most part, historically with Call of Duty, a rookie comes in or a player comes in, you're pretty good title to title, but you never know. Never know there's going to be some kind of fall off, and they're still going to have that same sauce, be able to take over on maps. Pretty good start.
I mean, what an intro video as well.
That was awesome. That was great. It was original. It was fun.
Had a great time.
Goofy. I liked it. I liked that. That matched with my vibe.
Especially for Carolina. Normally we did see production like that in the past.
And seeing Liddicoat smiling, seeing Slash with a smile on his face, there's something about it. Just makes it fills you with joy.
It truly does.
It can't be rare. I mean, only time he might have been smiling with like that is like after he got dropped last year and then watched Boston lose like 16 in a row.
He's probably built robots.
Probably just smiling. But a nice one, because look, it's 175, 175 there. So then what, you hold them to 4 points and put up 75 straight?
And I think this is just a good example of, like, we love to gas, you know, certain, like, entry players, like someone like Avizi, because
it's hard.
It is difficult to break these pro setups. And that is a great look at it, where they just couldn't find anything. And when someone can just do it as easily as like a Shotzi or an Abizi, well, it's just, you have to give them their props.
And I think that's one thing, you know, when I first said to you, when like Omni movement first got announced, like the beta came out and stuff, I was like, how, you know me, I'm older, I don't have the movement like I used to. I'm like, how insane is it? How hard is it to deal with? I'm like, you die fast. It's still COD. Like, you're pre-aimed on something, you slide and dive all you want. You still get fried.
Yeah, you look like an idiot.
Yeah, you still might get fried. So despite the fact you have the Omni movement, yes, there's going to be some insane plays. Breaking a good pro setup, still tough.
Yeah, and a lot of that is, it's going to come down to sort of a lot of coaches at the top. They really focus on players with their attacks and their nades, especially in this title.
Hit your bumpers.
With their trophies. You need advantages in breaks, and how do you find those advantages to break kills? It's behind the stuns. It's behind entry nades to get people half HP. So if they're on an insane heady, it's 1 to 2 bullets. Boom, you're able to win that.
Well, even honestly, I just think back to that recent round we had in Search with like the 1v1 with Cammy and Dashy. What was the difference? Frag.
Yeah.
Got the damage in, shout out, get a bullet in. That's all it needs. So yeah, some good utility can be massive. And, no, was it Cap that used to always yell at? One of the coaches.
Oh yeah,
I think it was Cap. Just like, hit your bumpers, hit your bumpers, hit your bumpers. He'd just be watching a scrim and like screaming that. Like,
yeah, I hated if someone wasn't throwing stuns.
Yeah, like use your utility. But that'll do it for the map 1. Nice win there from Royal Ravens. Now, to map 2, this is where it'll maybe be more interesting. There haven't been a lot of like obviously like search scrims. You're coming from a different region. You might have a different way to play the game, a different mindset kind of for search and destroy. Maybe it'll catch them off guard. I think it applies a little bit more now to like every team because the game's so new.
Yeah.
It's not really like Champs of the past where Champs used to be in March, but you're still like 3-4 months into the title. And you have tendencies, like no one really has like a lot of tendencies yet per se, but you still like historically do.
You historically do.
Yes, you know how like,
right, like if Slasher is playing, I don't know, you know, a TJ of the past in a 1v1, he knows kind of how he plays.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, these guys are going to have no knowledge of that. So
100%.
That's really what we're talking about.
So if you can catch them off guard a bit, maybe you can come away, have this tied up 1-1. You do have obviously some fantastic S&D players on the other side of it. You think of like a Slasher. You think of what TJ's been able to do in the past. Gwyn had some incredible moments last year.
Yeah, this should be a very strong search team.
Well,
but
I do feel like
in a traditional way.
I feel like every time I've like said that though lately, like, it's not really been true. Like this should be a good search team. We'll see if it clicks on this particular title.
Yeah, we'll see. And I mean, this is again a map like Skyline. Like you're fighting 5 seconds.
Yeah, take 3 steps, gun up.
Yeah, like you know, we've seen it on Vault, we've seen it on Rewinds. Skyline might even be quicker than both of those.
Gonna be moving, grooving, and looking for a map 2 victory. As we get ready to load on into the Skyline penthouse. Beautiful weather outside. Well, there, not here. What is it, 20 degrees out?
No, it's December, dude. Santa's coming.
That's true. Map 2. Got offense up for Falcons. see what their plan of attack will be. Real aggressive out bottom mid. As they now look for these opening gunfights. The A side plant works to get in. You had a pretty passive setup. At least one person working forward in TJ.
Yeah, it's just going to come down to a retake here over towards a 4 versus 4, as you said. TJ working underground. And that is not an easy kill. If you play it in ranked, it's difficult. But he's going to find the first blood near the bomb. Can't find the second, but trades will go down. So man advantage for Ravens.
Both players get their trades. Just have more numbers there if you're Royal Ravens, at least for a second. Now we go down to a 2 versus 1. It's going to be Roxas by himself versus Slasher and Gwyn. 20 seconds to go, though. Can he stop this? One in the corner, puts it to a 1 versus 1. Info on the Slasher. Slasher holds, and he gets absolutely zapped. Headshots in, Roxas fired up, and that's a round 1 win.
I mean, he could have just backed away.
I just shot.
Played time, but
Hey,
he went for it.
There's the confidence.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Clay was kind of talking about. They can shoot. Clay's probably going to talk to him afterwards. Like, there's 15 seconds left. You probably don't have to chow it, but...
He had 3 kills the round. He's feeling heat check.
Shoot.
Well, heat check.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he definitely didn't have the challenge. But I respect it, though. Just straight headies. You know, it's weird because in Codcaster right now, like, we're not really getting like the hit markers, and it weirds me out. But when you hear the headshot come through, whew,
You hear it.
it is the most delightful sound in the world. Let's see if Ravens can fire back now.
And now this is 2 rounds in a row where you have like a very spread, slow setup here for Ravens. Because maybe what we talked about, like, not really sure how these guys are going to play. And well, Abood able to find a first blood on a Slasher. TJ right back down to the ground.
See if TJ can find the timing. He gets there. And he gets an early kill to get them to the 3 versus 3 at the first blood in the last round. Gwen follows it up, really similar to the last round. TJ still just getting lost behind enemy lines. What a great job he is doing. Beautiful there from TJ. And that's some like old school TJ search and destroy. Just winning is one, getting in behind enemy lines and making the good decisions. Great round out of him.
Yeah, just great shots here. Just ready for the next gunfight. You know, talk about different play styles, you know, it's the same thing really on the other side for like Slasher. Like, he likes to play these spread pick rounds, especially on offense. Just sort of take our time, let someone else make a mistake.
Well, that'll bring us all square. Roxas with the amazing 1v1. Well, 1v2 win to start us off. Now TJ, 3 straight in that round. He has first blood in round 1, 3 in round 2.
Dude, bro, we're playing the bombing 10 seconds into the round.
Oh, TJ thinks he's going to get to a spot, but it's not going to happen.
It's another first blood there for Abood.
Yep, second one from him. Can you win another 3v4 now? If you are Royal Ravens. Slasher's going the whole way around, taking his time, looking for an opening. Looking to get in behind one soon, has to clear back to what timing does he get? Oh God, I don't think he's
And what FOV is he on? He may not have seen that player.
Yeah. And time's dwindling, 20 seconds to go. Eyes on one, nice snap there from Slasher. He's gonna be last up, another snap from him. One more to deal with. He's gonna get out, just has to play his life. That's great stuff there from Kicks. Great stuff there from Kicks. Slasher gets all the kills, but he buys enough time. Slasher was snapping there for a moment. I thought it was gonna be maybe another 3v4 round victory, but you do just enough if you're Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, they get the bomb down. Abood again with that first blood. They play their numbers. And then, I mean, Slasher finds the opening. That's been the problem for Falcons, is a couple rounds in a row, whether it's TJ, now it's Slasher. They're finding openings to get behind enemy lines, but, I mean, Slasher just doesn't see that player up top.
Whew. Yeah, well, I mean, God, in that shoulder there at the end was a little wide, too. I thought Slasher was about to get them all, honestly.
I wasn't sure how weak he was from, like, the fight prior.
Yeah. 2-1 now to Falcons. TJ, the playmaker on the last offense. For Royal Ravens. It'll be Gwen this time, the first blood. They do take care of TJ, so no ability for him to be the playmaker, but it's 3 straight now for Slasher. Tries to snap again. Not able to connect. You think one of them's going to pick up the kill? Back and forth we go. Gwen's so tagged up, so was Slasher. Just trying to stay up. Slasher's going to drop. Great little song and dance there from Falcons.
And Abood just hit some sort of route because he was like middle pool putting shots in kitchen, then gets behind enemy lines to turn this into a 3 versus 1. And there we go. I mean, it's the SMGs in that round. Exnid there with the trade, gets out with his life, doesn't overchal, and then Abood through the middle of the map. He's just been owning the catwalk area.
Oh, I mean, that sequence looks so frustrating from like TJ and Slasher's POV. Or wait, no, sorry, was it Vivid? Vivid and Slasher's POV? Where just players slide back and forth, could never quite get the angle, was getting baited out and tagged up and finally dropped. Great round from Falcons to take a nice 3-1 edge in this now as they chat through things to get ready for the next one. But seeing different looks from teams early in this search and destroy. Extend 3 straight. They are right to it.
I mean, if they're giving them the plant, I mean, they're okay with it. And again, if you're gonna play a 4-on-4 retake, you cannot get picked early, and that's what's been happening here for Ravens.
And they are getting absolutely picked apart. Bood looks to find the angle. Exted's already got the kill. This one looks to be a clean round. It's all on TJ now. Stun is going to hit. Gig is up. Tough fight for him. Can't keep the centering on point, and that's a fast one there from Falcons.
Yeah, they're saying if A's open, we're just going to go A. And it has been. So Bood able to find another one, hits the stun.
Oh, Bood's he's just hitting stuff.
He really
He's
is.
finding any opening and going. Just going. And it seems like one of those maps, yeah, just find any hole, and you can pick apart everything from either side. Can he continue to find that success, or can they kind of adapt to deal with him? But I know he didn't get the first blood in that round, but he has been applying pressure early and often.
And I think for Ravens, I think you just need to simplify this a little bit. I would just be running around as 4. Like, they're just getting picked apart. And yeah, maybe that's what they're doing in this round. Like, let's just play 4-on-4, run around together, and trade.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no one able to follow up TJ's. I think Gwen was so tagged up, they kind of let him run out on his own. Not able to get the trade, so we'll be into a 3 versus 3. X-Dead streak keeps it going for now. Gwen has lurked this entire time. Will it pay off? They shoulder out. Should be a trade pretty quickly. They're able to do that. You had a second player to swing. Vivid looking for his first, and it's not going to happen. He didn't think he was just going to kick it out to Catwalk after Kicks got the kill. Now we'll see what Slasher opts to do with bomb in hand in this 1 versus 2. 40 seconds to work with. He just got spotted.
Yeah, they're just holding hands, and Slasher may have a chance for them to line up here. He's able to read it, but they're ready for him. What, 3 rounds in a row here for Falcons?
Oh, yeah, they are cruising now in this search and destroy. And yeah, I thought he was going to catch one, but it almost felt like he got pre-fired. He slid out. They were very ready for that fight. Very, very ready for that fight. Great job grouping up, setting up. Yeah, they knew that play was coming.
Yeah, Slasher didn't just, 30 seconds left. Had to work the bomb, decides to go for the fights, maybe catch a Tommy, but yeah, just not there.
No, not there at all. He got like a bullet off, he was dead. TJ takes over at the start of this round. They just need to do a lot more of that. They're going to bring this back. Some damage into a 3rd. He'll get stunned up and slowed down at least for now.
And finally, they switch it up and they take a fight here near A. Whew. But now it's a 2-on-2. Again, just hitting some great headshots here towards the bar.
Slasher's trying to reposition, maybe find the angle. Maybe he saw the tip of his head for a second, but now he'll get the spot, get the kill. Last player was underneath him. It'll be Kicks now with a chance for the 1v2. They have to scoop bomb, which you can see down just outside of A in bedroom. Just make sure you've got the trade here as the push comes in. Just able to get the spot onto him. Pressure's out in another round there.
Yeah, I mean,
Ravens.
Ravens just taking their time, right? They still have 30, 40 seconds, and you know, we've seen so many 1 versus 2s where someone, as soon as they hop on a bomb, they get caught or they line up. Turns quickly into 1 versus 1. They just don't want that to happen. There's so many angles around A. Don't want to get picked going for that plant, so they take their time, able to find him.
Well, they've been trying to take their time throughout a lot of this. Just hasn't been working out. There it does, but
I mean, really, their only round wins are like TJ multi-kills right now.
yeah. No, I mean, it just seems like their kind of recipe to play search right now is sort of being countered or done better. Like, just sort of spread it out, find openings, get picks. This is maybe giving it a taste of their own medicine a little bit. Yeah, TJ's got 7. I mean, he's right there with Roxas for most kills. Here, RC car out. looking to get aggressive. Again on the pull side. Looks to be Falcons. TJ thinks he's in a spot, but from P1 he's going to get dropped. Vivid can't get an angle for the trade. He gets tagged up as well. Gwen may be in trouble deep, just looking for the angle. Abood just chilling.
Yeah, I like that he just buys time. Waits for his teammates to get to him. They have the man advantage. They're just going to group up. Kicks is now there to help out Abood. Gwen's down to 9 HP. Trying to finesse and play his life over the opposite side of the map. Slasher gets taken down, so just like that, it's all down to Gwen.
Gwen 1 versus 4. Well, he sees everybody up top, just too many to tango. Very, very strong search and destroy. They're out of Falcons. They kind of dominated from beginning to end. Really, yeah, outside of some of the individual plays from TJs, like, they were outclassed. Absolutely outclassed.
Yeah, there was a couple of chances, like in some of these clutches, but Falcons shut the door.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised a little at how dominant it was, but like I figured it'd have to be through search and then just where would a respawn maybe come for this Falcons team. But man, they look confident. Really just from that first one-on-one gunfight shell, like on the
Oh yeah, I mean,
I was like, okay, all right, there's the confidence I've been hearing about.
And then just constantly like challenging top cat. Abu just running across top middle, just gonna take that fight. So yeah, props to Falcons in their search.
So far, we're tied up 1-1. I mean, honestly, it was what, tied 175 in the map one. So you were very, very competitive there for your Falcons. Just a nice late kind of surge there from the Carolina side. And yeah, Surge, we didn't really know what to expect, but I was hoping if Falcons were going to be competitive, that's what it would be through the Surge. But I mean, really competitive through 2 maps, but Surge looked damn good.
They look great. Yeah, I mean, again, there's just, it's a lot of unknowns for some of our teams, and trying to research these guys, how they like to play. A brand new title, not a clue for Ravens. They get shut down.
Do you have any worries about maybe Carolina's search and destroy, or it's one map?
No, it's one map. One map.
I didn't know if you saw anything that really bothered you, or just kind of like their mentality around just a map, bad
just
map.
A map, yeah.
Okay, well that'll do it for Joe and I, at least through the first 2 maps. To kind of break things down and chat through it, we'll kick it back to the desk.
Thank you, Maven and Merk, and Allie, stop smirking. Yes, you may have gotten a map. And yes, map 1 was very scary for Carolina fans. What's going on here? Is Vegas the real deal already? We thought this was going to be a team that takes time to show and be able to compete on this level.
Well, when you think about it, like the beginning of the season is the prime time to catch any good team off guard. We literally just saw it today. We had 2 upsets back to back because at the beginning of the season, scrims are not always going to translate to matches, especially with so many roster changes. It's a new game. And so there's always going to be that kind of question mark of chaos. And for Falcons, this is also an opportunity for them because even though the expectation is so low, nobody knows what they're going to bring from scrims now into match day. And I think that search and destroy really proved it and solidified it for the audience. But also, we have to talk about the Hardpoint too, because they had a very solid P1. It was a very close game. I think everybody expected it to be not as close as it was.
Close game so far. It's knotted up 1-1, but we have our very own Bob Ross ready to dive deeper. Nameless.
We're drawing.
What are we drawing, baby?
Listen, we're drawing conclusions is what we're doing. And listen, this gets me fired up. Nothing better than some search and destroy. And these guys are search and destroy specialists. So we're going to jump into this offensive round, which what you're going to see here is just all-out aggression. Exactly what I wanted to see from the Falcons early on, playing with that confidence. So we're going to pause it here, expand the minimap, and get into it. So what you're going to see right here is Kicks is going to find the kill here on number 3. He gets him early, which then allows King of Booty to push up and get up top their base and cause chaos in that area of the map. But what people have to key in and notice here is number 7, Roxas, playing his life, because as number 8 retreats, he's gonna pick up his back and find another kill to make this round that much easier. A guy trying to cheese, get pushed up, which is TJ, and ends up dying, and then they end up winning the round. So this is beautiful plays, super aggressive. You see the first blood go down, and then you see number 8. He retreats back, and Roxas picks up this push on number 1, which is Slasher, excuse me. They find that kill, and from there, you still got a Booty on your screen, making plays in their base, causing chaos, and the Ravens cannot mentally catch up to what the Falcons are doing on the map.
I mean, it's just taking space. I feel like that was a lot of that search and destroy. Like when you saw King of Body push up to that side of the map, you're like, he shouldn't even be allowed to be there in the first place. And I think that really tells the story of that search and destroy.
Search and destroy evens things out, but as we see this series going on, Allie, do you want to flip over to the Carolina Royal Ravens? Nameless, would you like to switch over to the Falcons?
I'm going to stay with the Ravens.
Staying
I think
with the Ravens.
respawn is going to be too strong, but I will say, even on that map number 1, like when we got over to P4, some great plays were being made by Falcons. Maybe turn some heads in this match 1.
We got our maps and modes. Alley Cat, walk me through how you see the rest of this series playing out. We've had 2 best of 5s going to game 5. Will we see a second vault in this series?
Well, so you know what? That map number 1 taught me a lot about Falcons. I don't think they have a second SMG right now, and that's really going to hurt them on these smaller maps like Skyline. But as we move forward, we slowly get bigger and bigger. So vault a little bit more medium sized. Maybe they'll be a little bit more comfortable in this respawn. Even if not there, they have an opportunity in Protocol. I think that heavily favors their play style, and I'm really hoping to see them steal a respawn.
That control is coming up in just a moment. Before we get there, reminder, what are you doing this summer? We're going out to Riyadh. You can join us at the Esports World Cup. A very special thank you to the EWC, an official partner of the Call of Duty League. The Falcons, well known around there.
Oh, yeah.
They just won a club championship. Now they'll see if they can represent well in the CDL, and to find out in a game 3, we have 2 excellent commentators. One's tall, the other one is taller. Let's send it over to Merc and
save.
Maven.
Nice.
Thank you, guys. Great stuff there, Chris. And the desk broke it down wonderfully. And we're excited now for map 3 as we get ready to go into the control. But yeah, no, I kind of like Ali said, we'll see if they can take a respawn. I mean, that's going to be the big thing. Yes, I was impressed with the search and destroy, but that didn't like shock me. That was literally when we first talked about it, I was like, how do you think they're going to be people? You're like, search.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. You got that step done, but you still have to win a respawn. I did like what we saw at times in map 1. Now we'll see in the control.
And that's what they were known for, right? Like in the EU challenges was winning search. It's like, so that keeps up in this title. They're happy about that. But yeah, job's not done.
No, there's still work to do, but you have battled so far. Let's see if they can catch him in control. What were your big takeaways from control the first time we casted it today?
Yeah, I mean, I guess for, I thought a little bit more maybe defensive sided, but really what we've seen is just throughout both of the matches that we saw earlier today, if you're able to get line control, get someone into art, that B zone goes quickly. But again, it's just a lot more coordinated than the people I'm playing with in ranked. Because I solo you like a maniac.
Yeah, no, you're a true psychopath for that one. Map 3 underway as we are tied up 1-1. I looked at the top thing and there wasn't a tick for Falcons, and I almost said 1-0. I'm like, that's not correct. We're in control. I got confused for a second. The Falcons find some of the early kills though, and they'll get onto the point. Trying to pinch right other side though will be Gwyn and Slasher. Gwyn's gonna get picked up. Slasher the next one maybe can make a play, but they got the read on that and trying to deal with the front side of it as well. Slasher is able to get one and stay up. Point still being captured though as they try to work towards his second bit of progression. Tucked away in a corner. Roxas tries to get the kill, some damage in, but can't quite finish it off.
Honestly, this is great patience out of Falcons, right? I mean, they know something is up. There's a lot of different areas where you can contest A, find angles, go on a big play through big door, but they just kept one on it. Everyone else was shouldering, trying to find the info, and now A is done. Have a couple life advantage, a ton of time to work with.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff there. Now kind of the tough part. Doesn't look like they're going to get an easy transition across like we saw maybe in our first series of the day, because that's 4 straight kills for Ravens. So you do exactly what you need to. You lose that, you battle back, and now they're trying to get some spawn kills. I mean, you are pushed up deep. You see number 2 in TJ. He's basically behind enemy lines trying to find a kill. Roxas, though, has got the read onto that. We'll see if they opt to leave him. They'll shut it down. TJ will get dropped, but yeah, I mean, you're fighting right off of spawn. It's going to take a little bit of time to push this out now.
Yeah, and really what TJ's trying to do, if you control that building, you can spawn them out over towards that pool house. You have a high top catwalk, and you can just mow them down and spawn, right?
Yeah.
You can have some nasty spawn traps on this map, but it doesn't happen. Falcons recover, and now it's their turn. You do get someone pushed up in a boot over towards Statue. You have one tick on B. Again, you're just pausing the clock. 15 versus 15. Falcons very much in a great spot for this offense.
Yeah, due to the efficiency of that first capture, you still have time to work with. Despite the slow start progressing towards B. You did get that one tick done. I thought TJ maybe had a freebie on the stair head. He doesn't work out that way, though. And now you've got 2 down. Yeah, here we go. He's exactly right. The trophy there for coverage. Trophy no longer there for coverage. Can the next set of nades hit? Somebody's got to go. Somebody has to get out. The nades do connect, and they get all 3. It got a little scary there for a second. You know, Slasher hopping on R. You don't ever want that to have to be the play, but he's got to fly.
Yeah, and then you had Roastus. Like, he was watching the cross from Lion, but the nades connected, so he's got to reposition. But yeah, that nade saves the day in round number 1.
See if they can get another trophy on the point. Just get this final tick on in. Tough gunfight there for Vivid. He looked frustrated after that one. Thought he had the position. Gwyn shot everything but the enemy player. Slasher is able to get straight headies there to win it.
Well, that was an insane chow by Roxas. What a chow.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of the road all the way up to towards top part. 5 versus 5.
You shoot. Slasher trying to get out with 18 HP though. No respawns remaining for Falcons. And it's getting worse. Now 3 players to go. TJ got that one. That might seal it, but for now it'll be a 4 versus 3. They got to do this without Extended. If you're Falcons, you got 10 seconds to go. This is your last effort. Here comes the push. They go 1 for 1. Gwyn goes big. He's able to get 2. Last player will fall, and Ravens hold on. I mean, you were, what, a second from maybe winning that round, but you got rid of the trophy. You shut down that big push from Falcons, and eventually you bleed them out.
Yeah, and that's just, like, sometimes just the finer details. Maybe just putting that trophy in a bit of a better spot for cover.
You can't just shoot it from top art.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're not thinking about that in the moment.
No, yeah. You know, just to get a couple seconds to mosey out there, like, how would I place this here?
Right here, yeah.
Reposition it there.
No, but I mean, yeah, if that trophy's there, maybe the round is over.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be over because they ate that first 1 or 2, but they had more.
Had more, and then they were able to hold on. Yeah, it was, what, 5 versus 5. Some big picks go their way, and Ravens win the defense.
You end up getting 1. 5 ticks, though, so some success there from Falcons, depending on how the rest of this plays out. See how this opening break goes. TJ ripped down to 50 almost instantly. Extend then able to swing on it. Slasher was tagged up and weak as well, and he will get dropped once again. An early opening break, or a great opening break out of Falcons. I mean, they've yet to die. The first death was to TJ there and Abood.
Yeah, I mean, they don't overchow. They backed up right away. Already 30 seconds off the clock. TJ, though, does find the opener. So now big door open for Gwyn and Vivid. Start to work their numbers. TJ wins another one, staying patient. Now can start to work this objective.
No, just good job having gun up and gun ready for these fights. Once again, TJ, the comms flowing from his teammates. He's got the gun ready for the fight. As he's got 4 straight really in the opening of this round. Rox is just kind of holding top art, trying to spot, make sure nobody leaks on through. No funny business going on, maybe in transition. As the final bit of the point goes in, extension through, 2 minutes to work with, 25 versus 25.
Yeah, they were worried about Gwyn there for a bit. He was just sneaking around. That's who they were looking for. But yeah, A is captured, but a couple of kills off of that. Watch number 2, though. TJ's trying to get on through. Kicks, gets the info, and now they just let Exton know, hey, they're behind you. You need to take your time. Gwyn trying to get to TJ, not going to happen. And Chase just goes for the chow. He's going to try to hunt him down.
And you kind of have a little game going on the other side. Okay, they picked that up. Roxas is kind of doing the same thing on the other end of it, kind of trying to do, I think, what TJ did the last round. But you win that sequence if you're a Carolina Royal Ravens.
And I think that's one of those situations where you either just ignore him, or because Exton won that first fight, you got to wait for him to go together and challenge that 2 versus 1. Instead, they take the 1v1s, they deal with the players on their side of the map, and now Ravens capturing B.
TJ, love to get that one back. He gets that kill. You might be able to get 3 people on this pretty quickly for free and close out, but you still might be all right. Vivid and Gwyn able to step it up, doesn't even end up mattering. Ravens go up 2-0. Honestly, real clean offensive round there. I mean, they, other than what, kind of, well, just a break off. That's about it. Like, you had a slow break off. It took a bit to get A. After that, made it look pretty easy.
Yeah, I thought they were on point, and then TJ makes some individual plays. And on the other side, his teammates got out of the trap. Didn't allow the 2 Falcons players to kind of delay that B hit, and then they all able to get on B.
See Vivid kind of listen to the comments of their teammates, yapping back as they kind of chat through stuff, maybe what they want to do differently in this upcoming defensive round. But a chance to close it out with efficiency here. Slasher, you saw him snapping around, carry the 4 streak into this. Some big kills around the point. All the breaks, I feel like
they might go right to B. They might go right to it. Roxas got a 2-piece, and they're just going to jump on down. Try to get art control is Exnid. Then immediately have a gunfight on 1, hits the slide. Gwyn does take him down, but it's immediate pressure here for Vegas.
And it looks like, you know, after that next sequence of fights, they decided to bring it back over towards A. They just try to get greedy there for a second, see what you can do behind it. I love the attempt to play. And next, they were just dancing back and forth. That'll be 3 down, though, for Falcons, as they'll be coming off a spawn. The only forward man will be Roxas. Now, what can he do? The gun up there, maybe gets a second stun, just a little bit too late to maybe sequence those together.
And this is a spawn you kind of don't want, right, Jez?
Yeah, right.
You have all these different angles looking at you. You can hit underground. That's what 7 is doing. Maybe just trying to pause the clock. Actually, you're going to have 3 in this area. Vivid's going to come off a spawn. You have a trophy down. Able to win another gunfight. It is all headshots in the feed. There was only 1 player on it, and they continue to just play around these kills. Now with another trophy. All 4 Falcons players in this B area.
Can they get this B point first? 1 person on it currently. Second bit of progress is done. Pressure now to Royal Ravens to kind of disrupt this. They got 2 kills, so they want to push it on forward. That's going to get exited out of the point for now. You only have 20 seconds remaining, though, is the issue. But I love the patience here. Can't just die for free. They're kind of wondering, where did he go? He reach-house and wins it. What a play there from Exit, especially the pressure of the clock. He wins that one, too. That's a hell of a play.
No, if he was at B, might be gone.
That would have been done. That would have been such an insane play.
Yeah, but the patience, pays off. They're just thinking he's going to go back towards A, right through the hole. But he doesn't. Stays at the door, is able to find a pick, but not done yet. They have to get this extension. It's going to be 3 dead. Kicks trying to play his life, almost able to snap, but 10 seconds, and they have to sprint forward. And TJ is here to mow him down.
Yeah, you just got so much forward position right now if you're Royal Ravens. And if Falcons outclass them in the search, Ravens absolutely outclass them in the control. They win it 3-0. I mean, the first offense for Falcons was solid. They got 5 ticks, just couldn't quite close it out. A couple of just big moments that went the way of Carolina, but that is a great control victory there. And honestly, that's like I know it's a different team, but like one of those modes that kind of plagued them last year at times. Like they were trying to improve in that. I know it's a new look, but they'd love to be a more consistent control team.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of series last year for Carolina where they're thinking we can win this and we're at champs, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, for a second I was like, am I misremembering that? I'm like, no, that was definitely the issue. But look at the overall stats there. Nothing really all that crazy in the slaying department. I mean, despite the fact it's a 3-0, there were a lot of close rounds throughout the course of that.
No, 100%. I mean, yeah, first one comes down to like a 5 versus 5. Second one, maybe Carolina runs away with it a bit, but on that attacking. But defense, I mean, both their attacking rounds there for Falcons, like there were openings.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of nades don't hit, and maybe that B point is done.
So close. Love the play. Patience from Exit maybe to do it, but I mean, whatever they're doing their breakoffs, for the most part, was great, though. It feels like they had Royal Ravens in what, like a 3-down scenario? Like most of the breakoffs, 2-3 down almost every time. Like they had advantage early. They were able to get position. It's just what were they able to do with that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe Carolina got to switch theirs up. That's what maybe the story is also telling.
Maybe, yeah. Well, it's just interesting because, yeah, you saw, at least in our first series today, like usually at the breakoff you lost. Like, A was captured so quickly. It wasn't really the same type of success here, maybe for Falcons, but, well, to be fair, the one time the 2 picks came outside, right? They tried to swing it to B really fast, so that's a little bit different. But, and this is almost the play. This would have been simple. He has 6 HP. Like, he is just
1 bullet.
Yeah, a gust of wind, and that's knocking him out of it, unfortunately.
And I mean, I don't even know if they would have potentially got B. They probably would have had A, though. Done. Right, because everyone off spawn for Carolina would just be running over towards B, trying to protect that point. They at least had the extension. Could have been a much closer round.
Well, so far, the respawns going the way of Royal Ravens. What was the map for again? Oh, here we go.
Protocol.
Let's say Protocol. I couldn't remember which one it was. We get the Protocol, maybe a vault if needed. But we'll see. What's been your what are your thoughts kind of on Protocol, just in your rank grind or scrim grind, like overall thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one, right? Because you obviously have the 2 houses, you have the zip lines. Like, for sub players, I think that can be tough. You're really just trying to work underground AR. It's sort of like just trying to control these. Top ammo is just so. It's very strong, right? You can look everywhere over the map. You have to worry about the subs flanking it. But in terms of Hardpoint, I think what you're really looking at is P3 and P4. It's like a map where, I don't know, It's an interesting one because, like, it's really just this one top middle lane and then all about these sort of different sides, and really underground is just so key when you talk about our SMGs in the league.
Okay, well, we'll see what the SMGs are able to do. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how I feel like it should be so far. Like, if you're SMG, like, usually early on, well, that's why we have like a lot of GAs and stuff that'll happen, like with regards to ARs, because like it's just harder to play a sub early in a title. Like all the timings, you have to figure out what routes are the best. I mean, timings are like everything because you just, I don't know, there's just gunfights at a sub. You're like, I can't win this. Like but that's how it should be. Yeah, like with a sub, like there should be a gunfight, so you like can't really win unless it's like absurd shots. But like if you've got an AMS like set up deep on a heady, like.
Yeah, and I think really what we've seen through today, like P1 at Skyline, we've been seeing teams pull out a third AR. You'll probably see this year P1 on Protocol where you're fighting for top mid control. So this is one of those maps where depending on the hill, you're going to have different weapon out. Okay,
we'll see how much, maybe an extra AR, extra 2 ARs get added into this one depending on the hard point. But that's why we talk about sub players so much. I mean, I don't know. I know sometimes we'll say it's a sub player's world, but like it's hard, man. Running a sub is hard.
I'm not good at it.
Later in the year, you know, maybe a little bit of a different combo, but early it is tough.
It's just one of those things when you're going off as a sub, it just looks awesome.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
You look so cool.
You look twisted.
Yeah, you look so cool, and everybody wants to do that.
Then the AR, it's just, you know,
I'm just an old man.
I just picture like Zenny at like the wall on what was it, Arden Forest?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, we get right into the fray, and the ARs are lighting up the feed early on. But into the P1 first go. Royal Ravens, you know, at least in the first hard point, the Falcons really able to dictate the pace early on. It was just late that they kind of crumbled. We'll see what kind of effort we get here this time, trying to bounce back after getting slaughtered a bit in that control. Nice wave of kills there as Roxas is able to put 2 up. They'll take hardpoint control away from Royal Ravens, and TJ tries to get an underground. You'll see subs trying to make a play from these positions.
Yeah, and that's it. You're just trying to find the flank on the ARs in top house, and TJ.
Oh, loaded.
Yeah, that was an awkward one, and Jix is able to find a double. He's 4-0.
It's like a door just hit me in my ass.
And now, I mean, what P1s have been great for Falcons. Gonna rotate over towards P2 plat. And this could be a hill where, like, I feel like if better teams are probably gonna want to try to control it from the front, chain it into a P3. If you're able to have top ammo control, it can be so tough to cross top middle as Kicks just continues to stay alive, 7-0.
Dancing, just dancing. That looks so frustrating, so annoying for TJ to try and get the angle. The pistol ends up putting him down. TJ's still looking for his first kill. Gwen, the same for him. They've got 5 total kills. I mean, Roxas is on, he's 8-0. So yeah, this is a fantastic start now for Falcons. Can you keep this sequence going? It's a boot from the point, trying to snap, not quite able to take that bump. We go over to Kicks' POV.
Oh, we did get the Hellstorm.
Did he earn it?
Yeah, I got the Hellstorm there, so. Starts off 9-0, has the Hellstorm. I mean, that'll be great for the next P1 if they need it. Now for Ravens, this is your way right back into this game. You can control P3, take it down to the P4, and you can easily have the lead.
Well, let's see if they can chain these together. Kick's gonna be the forward man. Working with Rox, this timing works out perfectly there up the grapple. He's gonna catch a second as well. Kick's picking them apart. Now to Chow the third inside of the point, tuck it away into a doorway. Well, it was trying to be Gwen. Exton's able to lock him down and right into the point with a quick break. Go Falcons, and now everything you said just kind of falls apart, Chow.
Yeah, I mean, you have the close spawns out for the Falcons. You have Roxas right off spawn, but just a back and forth battle. Nobody really able to get control. Gotta wait for your numbers here if you're Falcons. Nice for first win onto TJ for a boot. Then immediately gonna hit that zip flank. Try to control top ammo.
Considering he got broken almost immediately, pretty good regain here from Royal Ravens. I know they get a pretty close spawn out front, but they battle back in. It's some semblance of balance by the point. Exit clotheslining people out front, trying to dance into a third, but Slasher at least up to the task in that fight. You look to get the remaining 10 or so seconds here, and now we get ready for RP4. What are you seeing control-wise, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, this can be the blender here if you get into a clean setup, which Carolina, it really isn't doing. Gwen's rotated. Him and Slasher are in a great spot, but the numbers, it's down to a 1 versus 1. Slasher gets 2, Gwen gets 2, 5 in a row. And now Carolina get the setup that they want. Vivid locking down, big door. Someone's gonna watch Zip, someone's gonna watch Spiral, and this could be a lot of time here for Ravens.
I mean, you tell me Vivid's 4-12 and TJ's 3-9. I feel pretty good about the position I'm in. The fact that you had a tie game, basically. I know TJ gets 2 now, but it was really just kind of Slasher. And then Gwen, I mean, Gwen went on 5 in a row to get there. So, like, they were getting bodied a bit.
Yeah, getting smoked. But this is, they had to do what they had to do. They had to break on P3, well, re-break it. Early rotation with P4 control, and this is where you're going to win the map.
Slasher deep in his bag now. Movement looking clean. Up to 18 and 8. 6 straight for him.
He's one off a Hellstorm as well. So
Yep.
you have the Hellstorm on the side of the Falcon. Slasher could get one of his own.
Who earned it, Kicks?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he started off, what, 9-0?
Yeah.
Well, Gwen's got one.
Well, and Gwen gets 2. Great stuff there. Maybe earning another streak as you started to make a run here. If you're Carolina, we heard the comms already from Falcons. Let's hear the other side of this now with Carolina Royal Ravens.
Crossing dead. No, heli. I can't get you cross anymore. Might jump out mid on me.
I mean,
Close heli.
I'm absolutely further pressure. Drop me gun.
Big gun. Close big gun. I got a shriek. One time.
No one exists. Every win. I'm dead.
I need help. I'm trying to get that down.
Tell me one time. I'm about to jump on the ground.
I got one on floor.
I went up top.
I'll see top ammo weak. Top ammo weak and one's Ivy, I think.
It's up.
Top zip.
What's low heli again?
Top mid gun.
Low heli.
Gun dead.
That's low heli and old. There's 2 on me old. Alright, trophy on you now. I'm going zip here.
Almost
They
top
can
ammo.
control buff hold still.
Goes up there.
Top done.
Looking
One's
for.
gonna spawn out behind us
Yeah,
now.
I'm looking behind us.
Every low. They can pitch my grandma's. One's mid box still.
You're gonna challenge me,
For
guys.
grandma's.
I might need help.
I have your up.
Every stairs.
Back right. Jumped on me, Tom.
He's gonna be top mid
2
somewhere.
back right, Teach.
No, one. Yeah, one more back right. I can be back right. I'll be back right. Like boat. He's in box. That's it.
Maybe 29.
He's top grandma.
Trying to hold my mid right now.
He's going top broken. Look like.
One's low right.
Top broken.
Low right. One shot.
Top broken.
Both is one shot.
I'm telling you, top broken.
Ladder.
Ladder.
Okay.
Ladder, one shot. Top broken.
Trying to
There's 3 on me.
I have a shriek.
trying to do
This though.
I'm going under.
I'm trying to work you
Oh,
on.
backside, bro.
I'm gonna play heli.
Back tower.
You on
challenge.
one shot. Absolute Ivy.
Tower red
Absolute
one.
Ivy on me. One top ammo. I
Low
think.
stairs. Low stairs weak. There's dead.
Top ammo. Top
There's
ammo.
dead. Nice.
Old ammo and Ivy. Top zip.
I set him on home.
Mid gun on me. Mid gun
I'm
dead.
falling. I'm
Top ammo.
Top
Top
zip,
ammo.
right? Low stairs.
Top to
I killed stairs.
Dead.
Nice 3.
Running through right
Look,
now.
he's funny out.
They definitely should.
I think he went top. I think he went top.
Roxas is definitely. Back. He went to the deep back.
Pretty calm, honestly, for the most part. What do you like from it?
No, I mean, just those kills right there. I mean, Falcons actually do a really good job getting a lot of time there.
Yeah.
Towards that P2, they just die at the wrong time. You had Ravens spawning out for P3, around 10 seconds left, and then you go 3 dead. But P3 last time through was pretty back and forth. Is that going to be the same? Yeah, 1 player left, just trying to play their life, and, well, able to do it. A great multi-kill from Aboon.
No, this has literally just been the absolute mixer on this point. It's like no one's been able to spawn anybody out deep. You've just been fighting back and forth. They got the edge a little bit last time. I think if you're Carolina, it looks like it might be the case here as well. As underground, it'll be Roxas as he's getting maybe set up for next. But all the time getting soaked up now by Royal Ravens. Gwen kind of leading the way in hardpoint time. Slasher right there with him as well. This is a look at the setup for the upcoming point.
Yeah, this is a good call. I mean, last time through, this is 20 seconds left. This is how you get back in the game. If you get a full hold here, you'd have the lead. So how do Ravens try to break this?
Yeah, they fought for last, like, basically till the end, it felt like last time. Try to set up early and have it pay dividends. And you're getting your return now. That is 4 straight. They wipe them off the board, and you got a chance to flip the script and maybe take control. But remember, you talk about the map 1. It was, what, 175, 175. Then you basically don't score a point. It's all Royal Ravens late. Can you have a bit more ice now if you are Falcons in the late moments as you start to surge? You feel the momentum kind of shifting their way a bit. Every kill has been their way. They are slicing them up. You've gotten, what, 1 or 2 kills really in these pushes. If you were Royal Ravens, you found no opening at all.
It's so hard to break. I mean, you have a staircase, and it's really this position here, big door. You jump on that PC, and it is like you're not winning that gunfight unless it's like a crazy team shot. But yeah, you just have 2 players on either side, and then everyone else watches big door. And well, they did it. They early rotated. That pays off. Now they're only going to be down around 10.
Right back into the mix is our next hardpoint pops. There'll be Falcons inside to start. Miss a lot though. Slasher's been holding on to this streak. Vivid gets a kill. He drops the kicks, but he'll be able to trade that out. Vivid actually gets 2 during that sequence as well, so that'll get them onto the point. Wynn's got a trophy to work with as well. Shot just a little bit too high. Roxas and Exit combined to get a couple. Kicks is going to call his streak in the
We're all streaking.
He's been holding this since basically the beginning of the game. That's going to take out Gwyn as well. It's everything getting thrown into this, but it's still Falcons in the point. Falcons lead now. Can they keep it rolling? They've lost a couple of players now.
Yeah, I mean, Slasher somehow gets a double there. Just staying alive, top middle. Now it's a triple. TJ's going to find the 4th. There's a bit of a split spawn here for Exit and Kicks. And, well, the split spawn's going to pay off.
Oh, it certainly does. Is he ready for that as well? What Kicks is he's snapping. They'll cut everybody down. They'll get the remaining scrap time, and they'll look at just about a 10-point edge as we get ready for next. I thought Shot's a little too shaky, but the movement's there, and he's able to win the fight against TJ. They've got control of our next point. A chance to push this to a map 5. This is where they need the ice, though. They crumbled late. You can't let it happen again. As I say that, 3 of them dropped.
Yeah, what is it? It's the stuns and the nades from Carolina. Just barraging the point, weakening them up, and just allows them to walk up the staircase, get right onto the hill. TJ Slasher able to find 2. Exit and Roxas trying to battle back. Well, there we go. You at least get one off the point. The rest of the Ravens going to have to reposition. They don't win it here, so we will have a P3.
That's where you're fortunate. You've at least got another point to work with. Nice shots with the pistol there from Abood. The feed, they'll go 2 for 2. Tries to chow top window. Gwyn will see her head later as that's sent into the next map. Nice stretch here from Falcons.
Yet a couple of players spawn out. This is what Ravens did to them last time, but inside of ammo, they have to win the gunfights. There's one player left in Vivid who's able to find one, and then they spawn out just as the hill pops.
And that's probably the deepest spawn we've seen on this point. Like, I swear, it has been like, this hard point in this particular map is played like a P1. Like, it has just been chaos around this point. You finally get a decent spawn out. Well, if you're Royal Ravens to get them out, but now you come in with 2 entries if you're Falcons. TJ still up and fighting. 6 points needed for Royal Ravens, 28 needed for Falcons. Falcons continue to find kills. There's another big break here into the point, and they can win it here, Joe.
Oh, they can. Watch number 4, though. That's going to be Vivid. Trying to go up top, maybe to find an angle through the zip line. The rest of his teammates going to work the spawn. Vivid, that point man, he's going to find the opener. Gwyn, TJ follow it up, and now Exit's got to make a miracle happen. Not going to happen. It's a close one, but Carolina able to take it through the respawns.
Carolina just the ice late and a couple of hard points. A little bit different than map 1, obviously, but when they needed to make big plays, they did. And I don't know if that's like, there's some pressure on Falcons obviously coming into the league. Maybe you feel the pressure a little bit late in the hard point. Not sure if that's part of it, or just, you've got a little more veteran experience on the other side of this.
No doubt about it. I mean, for Falcons, like, yeah, I mean, a couple of plays away in both of those. Oh, no. I mean, throughout all those maps where something goes your way, might be able to take one of those.
As a loss, but as a respectable first showing. Like, you fought them tough on, well, the control was a 3-0, but those were some close rounds. They were. Like, the 3 respawns were pretty tight. 75 points separating map 1, 14 points here. They look great in the search and destroy. I mean, we'll see how to go against the top teams, but you play a team which we expect to be somewhere around the middle of the pack, maybe in a Royal Ravens, and you push them. You push them.
Yeah, I mean, they were slaying with them, right? Kick starts off 9-0, and if it maybe it's not for Slasher's sort of effort early on in that, I mean,
yeah. No, that
could have been ugly.
No, because before Gwen's like 5 streak, like, yeah, like everyone was basically double negative. Like, what did I say? It was like the 2, it was Vivid and TJ, right? We're like 3 and 9 or whatever it was. But somehow the game is 75-75. And that's where maybe when you get more reps against some of these teams, like when you're having an advantage in the slaying like that, you push the lead a little bit more. Like, it probably shouldn't be a 75-75 game.
Yeah, it just comes down to those P4s, and they kind of traded those, and that's where you see it's 189-180. A bunch of streaks go off towards P1.
Everything comes out that final.
Everything does.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple of key gunfights go the Ravens' way.
But for Falcons, like, we've heard about some of the raw talent, the confidence. Like, you saw it sometimes, some wild ego challenge, just ripping people off the headies. Some really brilliant individual moments, but yeah, just not quite enough as they'll lose that 3-1. And